Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chloe Mason. I'm a former merchandiser and I am a Yellowbrick ambassador for the Yellowbrick programs like the Fashion Industry Essentials, Fashion Business Essentials, Fashion Styling Foundations, e-commerce, product design, all of that fun stuff. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an updated video about what to include in a portfolio for merchandising or the fashion industry in general. The last time I did this video, I think was probably pre-COVID or like during COVID, so things have changed a little bit. And since I just finished the Fashion Styling Foundations course, I have learned new things to include in a portfolio or building a resume, so that's what we're doing in this video. If you enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more because I post a lot of this kind of content often. And so let's get right into it. Portfolios have changed. Long story short, let's just get into it. Nowadays, your portfolio is essentially your own website. That's the Cliff Notes version of it. I think now because of COVID, there's a lot more remote work opportunities and there's a lot of freelancing things. Like it's just become so much more of like, oh, let's do contract work, freelance work. There's no really like 9 to 5. Like I've said in the past, I really felt like there was a breaking point that wasn't going to be as much of a common thing anymore. I didn't think that it was gonna last that much longer because what was great with COVID was the explosion of entrepreneurs and creative work, right? But with that came a lot more competition, like I've always said. So how to make yourself stand out. When you make this website that is essentially your portfolio, I mean, we can even just take a look at my website, right? So I have a homepage. I think it is a little bit more difficult for me because I'm kind of all over the map. I'm not just in the fashion industry. I write books, as a lot of you guys know. So I have that kind of content on my website as well. You'll have an about me. You can write, okay, like for me, I said I was a merchandiser from this time to this time. Before that, I had a little bit of merchandising experience before I had the official merchandising job title. This is why I'm not a merchandiser anymore. This is what I have experience in. I do label myself as a content creator. Obviously, I make videos and books. So I included what software I'm familiar with, whether it be like iMovie, InShot, Adobe Premiere Pro, Canva, if I want to create graphics, things like that. And obviously those kind of skills are going to vary from career to career. So whatever relevant skills you think you have, this is where you'll put it. You can include your downloadable resume if you'd like, and we'll go into the resume as well towards the end of this video. But you can include your resume, you can include kind of like your job history, and then this is where you're going to post a lot of your pictures that you have taken during your past employment. Pick a page, pick a few photos, explain, write little blurbs on what they were, what you've done. It's kind of like a visual resume in a sense, right? A portfolio. The portfolio website is pretty simple, honestly. You don't need, again, like for me, it's a little bit different because I am including a page for you to check out my books. I am still including a page of resources from like past merchandising books or marketing books or whatever it is that I have mentioned in my videos for you guys to see. So it's like easy for you to navigate and access. But these websites are pretty short and sweet and straight to the point. So you include like a visual resume, right? There are free ways to do it. Obviously, I'm even doing the free one for WordPress. So it's like chloemasonauthor.wordpress.com. It's not my own domain. I know the domain prices kind of fluctuate, but it just depends on, you know, if you're on a budget, you don't have to like buy your own website. You can just, there's always free options. So I'm using the free option. And then for resume, what I thought was really interesting, what they were talking about in the course was you don't, like a structured resume that you've seen in the past is usually, I worked, say, for me, like at Tommy Hilfiger from this year to this year, and then I moved to this company from this year to this year, and then this company this year to this year. You don't have to break it down that much anymore. So what I kind of did with my resume, as recommended from the Yellowbrick courses, was to say, I have merchandising experience. I have merchandising experience at Tommy Hilfiger, 9 West, American Girl, and I have merchandising experience from this year to this year, and then just a blurb on all the merchandising things I did about floor sets, product launches, dressing mannequins, things like that, right? And then I have like the skills section of what programs I'm familiar with, my education experience, which I'm just including relative education experience, right? I'm not going to say I graduated high school. I did some college. They assume that. That's not going to make you stand out. A certificate in these Yellowbrick courses, I just finished a fashion styling foundations in partnership with FIT. Like, those are big names that'll get noticed. I include the best ways to contact me, kind of my objective on what I'm looking for, which is kind of like back to essay writing back in school, right? So you write what your goal is in a sentence or two and what you hope to accomplish or what you're looking for, what you're familiar with, what your availability is like. And so for me, when I'm looking for work, I'm looking for strictly remote because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I need it to be part-time. I need it to be flexible. That's not negotiable. But I think those things are really key, and a little experimental tactic. Now, this is 50-50. Some opinions could be divided on this, but I included a photo of myself on my resume. Some people tell you to do this. Other people advise against it. I've always done resumes without a photo, and I'm doing one now just because I feel like it's kind of like a professional LinkedIn vibe almost, I want to say. I think I honestly just looked at templates on either Canva, which there's free trials for that too. You don't have to spend money if you're looking to design something. I just did either a Canva. I've done Google Docs templates in the past, but for this resume I did Canva template. And even if you don't think you have experience, you know, like I said, I think anyway, that makes it easier if you don't have as much experience because it's encouraged not to do like year by year and like bullet points like that, but just to kind of group it together. I kind of liked that tip. And it was from someone who's, you know, Parsons faculty. So I feel like it doesn't get any more legitimate than that. But I think that's it for the portfolio and the resume building. I did finish the Fashion Styling Foundations course. We know this. I am set to take the product design and the e-commerce courses as well. I have not started those yet. I always get questions about what course would you rather take, fashion industry essentials, fashion business essentials? Can you do one without taking the other? It's going to differ from person to person, right? But as always, I do have like merchandising book recommendations, and I was putting together some book resources. I always go for books first, right? That's just my kind of go-to. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I'm a very big book person. But I did put a list together of those kind of book resources if you guys are interested in designing a product or just starting your own company, and I'll link that below too. Everything's going to be linked in the description box, so check that out for books, Yellowbrick courses, whatever it may be. Along with that, I still have the merchandising workbook out on Amazon if you are interested. It is a paperback copy. Hold on. Along with resources and merchandising things, I do have the merchandising workbook available on Amazon if you would like to buy it. I've always had it as a digital download before, but you can get the paperback copy now on Amazon if you would like to buy it. It looks pretty cool. I'm so proud of this. I think this is really awesome. I have this one I wrote, and other resources as well, but that is going to be it for this video, but I will include links to everything, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.